I'm going to make this quick. I don't want to put so much space on my phone. I'm just going live and doing this. Don't expect a big chatty discussion because it's not going to happen right now. So Molasses wants to be my roommate, huh? Let me ask you something, Molasses. What makes you think that's going to go very well? What makes you think that's going to work out, especially how things are right now? With how you have so many people manipulating you and getting in your head. You can't possibly think it'll work out, right? Do you really? It's tough physicist to hear. A manipulated person can be dangerous. And you get easily manipulated by people. Bad people. Evil, dark forces. Like you know who. Should I not mention his name? I don't want to mention his goddamn name, even though he fucking keeps mentioning mine at different times, and I catch it. I've been slowly killing that motherfucker ever since he started live streaming. He's dying a slow death because of me. I'll take full credit for it. Border ain't doing nothing to him. Border's harassing him a bit and doing the technical shit, but I'm literally the one doing it though. I'm putting the actual hurting on him. And I've been doing that since he started YouTube. Why did he break out in hives again? And with the hurricane approaching and all this other stuff going on, I'll tell you, he's worse than a globalist elite. He's worse than the Jewish elites, I'll tell you. Because he's a guinea wop thinking he's bigger than he really is when he ain't shit. He's just another ignorant guinea. That's all he fucking is. Another ignorant guinea. And yeah. Exactly. I hate ignorant guineas. I can't. They always stopped people like me from advancing when I was growing up. You know? It's always been a problem. Having distrustworthy, ignorant guineas. Like him. People who are always looking to scheme. They're looking to lie about something. They're always doing something like that, you know? And he's not to be trusted at all. And Molasses, this is who you're putting your trust into right now. You might be a little reluctant, and you were correct when you came to the conclusion that Noodles was not a friend to you. You should have kept it at that, though. You shouldn't have went forward. You shouldn't have gone back to him or let him come back in. That's my problem here. Since you're mentioning me, you want me to be your roommate. You said it. I was trying to leave this whole thing alone. I wasn't even going to want to mention you. I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to stay out of this. I really wanted to stay out of this. You know? And I know when I saw Molasses like almost a week ago say that she wanted to go to Southern California, I knew that I was the one that she had in mind. I know how this person operates, okay? And this is my only condition to Molasses. If this was ever to be a reality, stick to your studies, all right? Stay studying. Don't do IRL live streaming. Stay studying. Keep on studying. Cut off Anderson, cut off Noodles, and cut off, Tasha Teeling, I guess, too. Get those three people out of your mind and talk to me in 2 weeks. Let some time go by and then talk to me in 2 weeks once you have achieved all these things. One thing about me, I'm a great manager. I'm a very good manager. And I have a lot of things under control. I have this technical stuff under control right here. You stick with me, you're going to win. If you choose to go the other way, I'm going to laugh in your face and say, I told you so. Trust me. And Molasses, you were in that I told you so category right now. That I tell everybody, like I told you so. You want to abandon any idea of building anything with me. You say you want to, then you backstab me, then you do something else that you know I'm not going to like, and I cut you off, and then whatever happens to you is what's going to friggin' happen to you. You listen to me, you're going to be fine. You don't listen to me, you're gonna destroy yourself and your shit. So my best advice to you, Molasses, is stay studying. Do not do this IRL shit that Noodles is trying to fucking talk you into. Don't do any of that. Don't do any of that. All right? And then talk to me in a few weeks once you've cut off Anderson, Noodles, and I guess Tasha Teely again. Let's just say Anderson and Noodles though for that. All right. Yeah. And you can think a little bit about Cruiser, but just don't let that dominate your head either. Of course, you're going to think a little bit about it here and there. Just don't let that control you, though. So if you want to be roommates with me, those are my conditions with you. You have to cut off everybody bad. And you got to wait a couple weeks. Then email me or something. Told you, I don't hang around nobody. I stay out of trouble. And I don't need somebody who's heavily brainwashed by other people coming into my life when there's a chance they could be coming into my life as well. And I'm going to have to deal with them personally. No. I try to deal with them as less as possible. I've only been dealing with them because they won't fuck off and go away. That's why I keep dealing with them. That's why I keep putting them in their place over and over again. And Anderson's been trying to bring me up also more, I've noticed also. Anderson, do you want to go back to the old days again where I owned you over and over and over again? And I'll remind you of all the people who owned you back then. So stop mentioning me, Anderson. I wasn't talking to you or about you or bothering you or anything. Just shut up. Last warning there, Anderson. If you want to use me for content, they got nothing else to talk about. So where do they go? Here. Because they know I got it all going on. That's why. And I don't have to overly brag about it. I'm the most underrated person on here. The most underrated legend. Who's the most worthy for fame out of everybody here. And I'm right here, too. None of you are. You're all a bunch of wannabes. That's what you are. Noodles thinks he's famous. Oh, but Hollywood's probably looking at him. I wouldn't doubt that they are, because he's such a fucking train wreck. And he's got a... that they're probably enamored by him constantly pushing at everything here. He's going to make a fucking documentary out of this community. He's doing the very things that he's complaining about. And this is my big problem with him. It always has been. I echo the same thing Barta says about him. Alright? And by the way, Seasons is ugly as hell, by the way. Seasons is not pretty at all. Ha! You are lying. That guy friggin' owned you earlier. Who was that fucking guy? Do not sub me, asshole. Whoever that was. He told you were a friggin' weirdo. That was all more than enough, That you can't just be friends with gay guys without having feelings for them. He was right about that, You have to somewhat have feelings for them. Unless you're that rare kind of person. They happen to have a gay friend, maybe. But it doesn't happen very often. Usually, if you're going out in public with the gay guy, and you're a totally straight guy, I never hung around gay guys when I thought I was a straight male, I never hung around gay guys. That's just the fact. Noodles, you're gay. It's just how it goes, you know? And you're untrustworthy also, too. And Molasses should not trust you. Molasses needs to focus on her studying, is what she needs to do. And she could come at me in 2 weeks, maybe. After all those things get straightened out. But until then, I'm not entertaining such a thought. Okay? You got to show me you're really working towards this. Otherwise, why should I waste my fucking time? When everyone's out to screw me anyway. I don't like to talk to anyone anymore. I live alone. I hang by myself. I'm not complaining about it. Because it keeps me from less toxic forces when I am by myself. I keep away from everybody. That's what I do. But when people start encroaching in on my fucking turf, when I'm trying to stay away from them, I get angry. That's when I get angry. That's when I'm like a wild animal and I go for the attack. You don't poke the bear. You don't poke the fucking bear with me. I'll tell you right now. Especially when I'm staying away from everybody and you're coming up to me starting shit. You're bound to get fucking smacked. Just like Dr. Dre says, you're bound to get smacked. You know? At least. Or you're setting yourself up to get hurt very badly. Let me tell you that right now. Warning to all who choose to bother me when I'm trying to stay away from everybody. Don't say I didn't warn you. Period. Yeah, don't poke the bear. You better not. Because that's going to end very bad for you. If I can't get to you physically, I'm going to get to you emotionally. And I'm going to affect your life emotionally. I've been affecting Noodle's life emotionally as much as Barter has. I've been doing it too, you know. I've been putting mine in also. And you can have a nice little discussion with each other about what I'm saying right now, later on. Because I know you're going to talk about it. I know you're going to run your flaps about me. Or your meat flaps, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. You're going to run every flap of yours about me later on. You know what? I may not even be here to watch it when you're live. I may have to catch the after show. Like it usually is. I don't catch a lot of people when they're live. I watch the after show. People, they're so sure I'm watching when it's live, when I'm not. Sometimes I'm not. You know? It's funny that people assume I'm always watching nonstop. Why is Magical in here when I can't see the bitch? Why is Magical in here? If they're out of here, it's for a reason. Don't be calling their fucking names when I don't see them. Or I'll kick you too. How about that, Sean? You want to get blocked? You want to get blocked? If I can't see them, it's for a reason. Don't be calling out people that I can't fucking see. Why would Magical be in here all of a sudden? Yeah, well, if I can't see her, she isn't in here. Stop mentioning it. Who are you anyway? You're not wrenched up. I don't even know you. Who the fuck are you, Shauna? Huh? Don't be calling out people who aren't in here. They're not in here. Don't be talking about people who aren't here. If I don't see them, they're not here. Keep that in mind. There's no way I can't see people on my channel. That's not allowed. I can't see them. No, I cannot. Apparently, I'm not going to be able to see everybody who comes in here. Because I've had them blocked or they blocked me. It's for a fucking reason if I have them blocked, though, from before. Because they have enough fuckery of their own if I get rid of them. Remember that. Remember that. I'm playing hardball with everybody out here now. I'm not playing nice. And you all did it to me. Enough of you did it to me out here. The deceitful and the lies and the manipulation by a ton of people has made me this way out here. And there's no going back now. No going back. So yeah, Molasses, you want to be a roommate of mine, then you do as I say. And you get rid of those people. And then talk to me in 2 weeks. And focus on your studying. Period. End. But I said I was going to make it quick. There was not going to be much discussion in here. Did I not say that? Did I not make that perfectly clear when I started this live stream? This wasn't going to be a chatterbox session between everybody. And I'm very mad that my membership has still not gone through on here. So I don't have access to my computer so far. That's why I haven't had access. But I'm going to get that shit activated. And everyone's going to have to pay $4.99 a month to participate in here. That's what's going to happen on here. There's not going to be any free ride anymore for people. They have to prove their loyalty to me. That's how it's going to go from now on. And Molasses, if you have to hear this message too, I'm glad you're hearing it, because this is where I stand with everything right here. Then people are going to get in your ear saying I'm a bad person to you. And you're going to say, yeah, that sounds a little... I know how this is all going to go down. All right? And these people are going to get in your ear saying that I'm such a bad person. But I'm only doing this for your own goddamn good. Really disrespect. Yeah, well, some trans people are trolls too, Shauna. I hate to inform you, just because someone's a trans person doesn't mean they always get a pass, Shauna. Some of you trans people gotta stop being trolls out here. It's making you look bad. I'm telling you right now. Don't be polite to me. If you want to cuss me out, cuss me out. Don't go the please don't be disrespectful route with me. Because then I'll get meaner with you. Don't do that. I'm being fucking honest with how I am. How am I bad? I'm being fucking honest. I'm telling you all the truth on how I am. And how I'm going to respond if I'm disrespected. Don't fucking think you're going to do that with me. You ain't. Do not. You know that troll we have? Well, I forget. Because you don't stand out enough, apparently, to me. So many trolls visit me on the daily. How am I supposed to remember everybody when a bunch of trolls overshadow everybody? That's why I pay the membership, and then I'll notice you. Pay the fucking membership when I get that enabled on here. No, you're irrational, and you're getting the fuck out of here, bitch. Bye-bye, Shauna. You are not welcome on here anymore. You don't tell me what to do on my own channel. You got it? You can get the fuck gone. Now. You were the one who called out Magical, too. But I couldn't see her. Bringing attention to people that I don't have in here and that other people don't talk to in here and that never come in here. I already said what I had to say anyway. But if this is your idea of trolling, you're sick and you're not funny. And that's all there is to it. You're sick people, all of you. If you want me to remember you from here on out, you got to either talk on the phone with me more often or you got to become a member. That's the only way I'm going to weed out the good people from the bad. And this kind of stuff makes me want to quit YouTube because none of you get it. I have to keep spelling it out like you're a fucking child, all of you. You suck. You totally fucking suck, man. If you can't understand it, you can get the fuck out of my face. It's that simple. Next. All right. I said all I have to say. I made my point clear. It was to the point, and it's just 21 minutes long. Bye. I don't want to hear your fucking excuses anymore.